margin awareness and why you should care about it, features that are coming in Miva. So we see this a lot, right? Customers will focus on revenue growth, website traffic, conversion rate. Those are all the common metrics that you're probably paying attention to. But the big missing piece is profit, right? And I see a lot of times customers may not track how much they're actually making in the business until they do their taxes at the end of the year, right? Everyone gets busy and they're focused on other metrics, and at the end of the year they get the taxes back and like, oh, actually I didn't make as much as I thought, or I made more than I thought. So I guess this is just the reminder to pay attention to that. We talked about this yesterday, right? You'd rather have a 20% margin business than a 4% margin business. Margin does matter. What is margin-aware merchandising? So it's pricing, promotion, advertising, merchandising, right? You want to make sure that you're serving the most profitable products to your customers. And we're not saying that in the sense of, right, I'm searching for a particular product. Don't give them a product that they don't want, is not relevant to them. What we're saying is, in the context of the 4 or 6 products that you're going to show them that are relevant to what they want, prioritize the ones that give you the most margin, right? So it's just a small tweak that can make a big difference. How many people here actually are tracking the exact profit margin they have on every product in the store? I imagine most of us could do a little bit better job of tracking that data and then taking some action items on that data. So let's dive into some of the strategy, why it matters, right? You don't want to offer discounts on low margin products, unprofitable items. You want to drive the best profit drivers, right? The ones that make you the most money. You have the more flexibility to give discounts. This all makes sense. We talked about this yesterday, right? You have these different products that have different margin. You make more money when you sell more of the higher margin product. So again, the opportunity here is promote higher margin products, increase the visibility of those items. So on the storefront, the category page, the product page, upsell during the checkout process. We talked yesterday in Nick's session about creating a Flex component that does post-purchase upsell, right? There's opportunities to show these products, get more visibility, and then reduce. Once you have this data, reduce the spend on advertising to the low margin products, right? If you're doing product-based advertising, focus on the ones that are actually making you the most money. So I'm gonna skip this. Smart advertising, skip this. Merchandising placement, right? Make sure your homepage products are the highest margins ones. Strategic bundles, right? As we're talking a lot about bundles, you can do a lot of bundling within Miva. We have a price group called add-on product. It's super easy to just easily add a free product to the cart, a discounted product to the cart. You can do bundles with variants and kits. So focus on that and focus on the right products that have the most margin, category pages, and then like smart recommendations would be, leveraging the AI, the power of Dexter to show the right products for merchandising. And again, I think we're talking about very small tweaks and changes to say, okay, if I'm going from 25% margin, 30% margin, but at a volume of a $5 million business, that's an extra $250,000 in your pocket at the end of the year. So these small tweaks really, really do matter. So key takeaways: revenue is not equal profit. I think everyone knows that. Know your product margins, and leveraging Miva, let margin guide some of the merchandising decisions. Let's skip this. All right, so one customer example, then I'll show the Miva features that we talked about yesterday. So AI helped me write this slide. So Toy Guru, I think it is. They were on Shark Tank, and they were the Netflix of toys. They ship toys out to parents, I guess, to rent the toys, and then they ship them back. They clean them. They reuse the toys over and over again. And it's kind of clear to see that there's not a lot of margin in that. And every time they ship the products, that's have to clean the products. That's a tough business to be in. They end up shutting down. And bonobos, Rick actually gave the example of bonobos yesterday from a negative standpoint. I have it from a positive one. And I'm like, wait a second, like how do those two things align? And I went back and did more research, and it was, they actually did get acquired. They took a couple rounds of investment. They got acquired by Walmart for $310 million. They were super efficient from a margin standpoint with their retail stores. They have retail stores where you don't actually buy the product in the store. You go and try it on the store and you buy it online. So they had some of the most efficient price per square foot of the retail store. And so they were a success story until they got acquired, when they got acquired by Walmart. And then in 2017, I think it was, and then 5 years later, they didn't succeed on the Walmart brand, and they got spun out to a different company for $75 million. And Walmart took a pretty big hit there. So again, just always focus on margin. Margin really does matter. All right, so let's talk about the features of Miva. So you have new fields. This is 26R1s coming out in a few weeks. New fields for profit and margin. This gets calculated automatically by Miva based off the rules you configure. The most basic one is price minus cost. That means you got to import the cost field into Miva. Once you do that, we can calculate those two fields at the bottom here, right there. That happens automatically. So we can show this video. Whoops, go back. Hold on. Oh, maybe it's not a video. Maybe. There we go. So I updated the cost field, right, $7.52. And once I click update, you'll see that the profit and margin automatically get updated. Those fields are grayed out. You can't edit those, right? Miva automatically will do the calculation based off the business rules that you have configured in it. So that's the foundation. This data works with our new AI Insights chat bot in the admin, so you can ask it questions. So here's an example. The question was, is there a field to put in shipping costs? Not today, so that may be something. So you potentially could do it through instead of just doing a price minus cost as the margin. If you have a formula that you could, potentially apply the average of your shipping, split it up in the number of items in the order. So that may be an area of opportunity that we can expand functionality, but today shipping is not calculated in this. So you see here, I asked our AI Insights a question about margin, who are in my top most profitable items in the store, and they give me back this list. But this is a simple example. I think a more relevant one would be, hey, last month, who are my most profitable orders or what are my most profitable customers? And once you have that data, you can ask these questions and service it from the AI Insights here. Take action, so collections, you can leverage collections. Excuse me. You can leverage collections to build all products that have a certain profit or margin percentage or dollar amount. And it automatically updates as you add new products or delete products. The collection will always be up to date. And then once you have that collection, you can do things like assign it to different categories to display it. You can do things for discounts. So I want to apply a collection or a coupon code to only products in this collection or only products not in this collection. So again, making better decisions based on the margin data. So here's, oops, that was the same slide. See this video here? No video there. And then ultimately, once you have the margin data, you can change the relevant sort to sort by profit, sort by margin. That automatically kind of does the things in Vector and merchandising. It also works with our native search. So if you're not using Vector, you just want to resort the search results based off profit margin. That setting will do it. And then you can display the products anywhere on the site using Page Builder. All right, I did pretty good. That was the abbreviated version.